What up everyone, it's your boy TRES, and today we are on our way to Metro 10 Pasig for Flip Top Second Side 14. Let's go!
Second Sight 14, Isa Buhay 2025. All Isa Buhay lineup para sa inyo ngayong araw.
What up everyone, it's your boy TRES. I know it's been a while, so I hope life has been treating you guys well. And as you all know, Flipped Up Second Side 14, this thing right here just went down this past weekend, and fortunately we were able to experience it firsthand. And I also know that you guys already saw the full result of each and every matchup right here. So here I am sharing my insights and thoughts each of this matchup with my own personal judging, no live event. Now first up, let's talk about Katana versus 30. Man, it was a very competitive match. I believe the judging was 4-1. Story of the fight, first round really was tied for me. Second round, toss up, it could have gone either way. Third round, I believe that was clear Katana. Now, how things went down, Katana came out with more creative angles, seamless yung kanyang mga transitions, cleaner yung kanyang lines, and more direct yung kanyang mga punchline. While, man, 30 came out guns blazing, bigger punchline, solid yung complexity ng technical ng kanyang structure ng linya, and pati yung kanyang mga setups. He swing very big, very aggressive. Yung blending ng jokes and bars ng kanyang mga material all three rounds is perfect, at least to me. I think the only difference is that Katana was able to negate one of the factor that he uses that fight, and that is the comedic side, because Katana has a line na sinabi niya, I don't know, it was first round pa lang, na si 30 daw hindi naman talaga nakakatawa, he just over exaggerate yung facial expression when he's delivering a comedic line to make it funnier, but the line itself is not. And to me, that really affected yung mga snippets of jokes and entertainment na in-slide ni 30 sa kanyang mga material, which swing the votes to Katana. I think that's the only difference, at least to my hearing, because mas naging convincing yung material at yung punto ni Katana laban kay 30. But still, props kay 30, man. Kung hindi si Katana at kung hindi yun nabanggit ni Katana, I really felt in my heart that it could have gone 30's way.
Mag-yes, pang-beses para kay 30 Katana! Sana sa nga pala palagi, Motos Matilig. Sana sa inyo. At buong gabi, masasabi ko, no, yung kapag kung sino panalo makakalaban yung susunod. Ang boto ng Orado! 4-1, mga kalaban, ang panalo sa Carlito versus Article Clifton, magigay para kay Katana.
Go about Manda Baliw versus Ban.
Manda Baliw nga pala, Antipolo represent para sa inyo. At si Ban naman, galing pang Cebu para sa inyo. At siya hindi nakaabot sa flight niya. Kaya last battle mo na to, Ban?
And for me, this right here is contender for the fight of the night, if this is not the fight of the night. Man, first round, story of the fight, Ban stuck with single angle, which is just about old school. Pagiging old school ni Manda, matanda na daw, pen game daw ni Manda, luma na, 2010 flipped up style pa rin, structure pa rin daw si Manda. Yun yung kanyang angle. Though yung mga linya is very creative, it's full of imagery, rap skill, showcase is really there, very entertaining yung naging presentation ni Ban, and he was really loose on stage. First round naman ni Amanda Baliu, man, he swing hard. Creative din yung kay mga Eagles. Bigger yung punchlines niya, I would say. And mas tuloy-tuloy yung stitching ng mga linya for me ni Amanda Baliu on that first round. Now, second round, I think that round clearly goes kay Amanda Baliu. Yung style breakdown, personals, and yung kanyang punchline are better. I would say yung pagkaka-structure nung second round niya is mas malinis, and the way he closed it out is, man, flawless. While Ban naman still stuck to the single angle approach. Yung kanyang showcase of rap skills is still there, but I think yung mga punchlines niya are not as heavy as the first round. I think that yung kanyang second round is the weakest round of his entire material. Now, third round, to me, clearly, that is Ban. Kasi that is, number one, his strongest round. Closer niya dito is pinakamaganda. Yung punchlines niya here is the biggest or the most impactful, and the way he structured yung kanyang third round is really tight. Combination of personals, aggressiveness, bars, and yung punchlines ng kanyang jokes. I think all the best lines that he has, he really overloaded on the third round. While kay Amanda Baliu naman, yung kanyang third round is obviously the weakest as his, normal placement. So I think yung third round clearly yun kay Ban. Second round for me kay Amanda Baliu. While first round was a toss-up. Though this is 5-0, I know it was kay Ban, but man, look out and abangan nyo itong battle to, because if this is not the battle of the night, this is an honorable mention and really up there.
Second side 14. Ban versus Amanda Baliu. Mag-iayos pang beses para sa kanilang pareho at para sa laban yun. Sana na-enjoy niyo lahat. Panalo at makakaharap ang mananalo sa Triple vs MP3. Boto ng Urado, 5-0. Mag-iayos tayo lahat para kay Ban.
Let's talk about Karam versus Cancer.
Tinatawag dito sa entablado, K-Ram at Kenzer. Kenzer, Tacloban Leyte, represent para sa inyo. Ito naman, galing Smoky Mountain.
I personally felt that this was a missed opportunity for Kenzer, because this could have been the matchup that could showcase and show everybody how good he is in terms of kanyang rap skills, material, and yung kanyang pen game. Though unfortunately, as early as first round, he already choked out. So you can only imagine how would Karam exploit such an opening. And it felt that right after that first round, Kenzer played the catch up with Karam, while Karam naman really stocked up and pile up yung kanyang advantage all throughout the fight. So all three rounds, I have to give it to Karam Cruz. Still, props to Kenzer.
Flip top, second side 14. Kenzer versus K-Ram. Mag-iayos pang beses para sa kanilang pareho. Boto ng Urado, 5-0. Makakalaban ang panalo sa Lip Crafters Aubrey. Mag-iayos tayo lahat para kay K-Ram.
Now moving forward to Zenlook versus Zaki.
Tinatawag dito sa entablado, Zenlook at Zaki. Para sa inyo, at Zaki naman, Pasig City represent para sa inyo.
And this is another very close fight, because I believe there was a 4-1 judging, and honestly, in my personal judging during that event, I had Zenlook over Zaki in the first two rounds. Zaki clearly won the third round. it seemed to me that that is his strongest round, and it seemed to me third round is Zenluk's weakest round naman. Second round is clearly to me kay Zenluk because it seemed that that naman is the weakest round ni Zaki. Though the first round is where I believe it is a toss up because first round Zenluk attacked at character and style breakdown, punchline overload, very clean yung kanyang delivery and performance, while Zaki on the other hand came out guns blazing, big swings, bigger punchline, style breakdown, very aggressive, and I also think very well put together yung first round ni Zaki in terms of combining and blending jokes, technical bars, and yung kanyang aggressiveness, pati yung personals. So to me, it's a toss-up, but in my preference and in my hearing during that event or live event, I gave it to Zenluk. So I was thinking first two round kay Zenluk, Zaki won the third round. But again, I'm not taking anything away from Zaki. He deserved the win. That first round is really a toss-up because, which do you choose? Would you rather go with someone who comes up volume, you know what I mean? Because that's what Zenluk did, or would you go with someone who goes for the knockout haymaker? And Zaki, man, congrats on moving forward on the second round.
Second side 14, Zenluk versus Zaki. Mag-ias pang beses para sa ano magpareho. Ang Broto Norado, 4-1. Makakaharap ang mananalo sa Jonas versus St. Ives. Mag-ias tayo lahat para kay Zaki.
Now let's talk about Carlito versus Article Clipton.
Masa tayo sa apat na isabuhay battles. Mapunta naman tayo sa pangalawang hati ng bracket natin. Expected, unexpected. Ayos ba? Yeah! Kaya ba? Apat na nalaban mo to? Yeah! Sana tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang enerhiya natin para sa susunod na laban. Tinatawag dito sa entablado, Carlito at Article Clipton. Article Clipton nga pala, Balipag, General Santos City para sa inyo. At si Carlito naman, pagpakiling represent para sa inyo.
Man, this is a highly competitive match between these two dogs. No one's backing from the other. Judging in here was 3-2, rightfully so, because both of these guys dug it out. Man, the story of the fight, first round, I gave it to Carlito. I thought yung balance of his jokes and bars are better, yung kanyang delivery is better, yung punchlines niya are more solid, clean internal rhymes, and creative yung kanyang angles. Though first time ko mapanood si Article Clipton, man, he surprised me because he really hold his own first round pa lang. Ganda yung kanyang material. I just thought at the first round he's still just trying to find his footing. Yun lang I believe is the difference, because when Carlito performed, man, you can already feel yung pagiging loose, yung pagiging comfortable niya on stage, and his presentation overall the first round is really easy, you know, very smooth. You know that he's trying to dictate na agad as early as the first round how the fight would go. Now, second round, when I felt that Article Clipton napainitan, warmed up already, and he already found his footing, dun na nagbago yung takbo ng kanyang presentation. Article Clipton, man, won the second round for me because I believe yung material niya is stronger than the first round, and bigger yung kanyang swings for punchline. He landed more solid punchlines, shorter yung setup, creative yung angles na ginamit niya, and it was really airtight and well constructed. While yung second round naman ni Carlito for me is the weakest of his round. Now, third round, that's where I felt that it swung back to Carlito, because Carlito in that to me is his strongest round. Not only his presentation, but his extended rhyme scheme, man. Yung punchline overload, solid yung kanyang pag-showcase ng flow. Nag-showcase ng flow doon si Carlito. Good choices of words in terms of references and punchlines. Though yung second round ni AC is, yung third round ni AC is as good as his second round. I think with how wonderful yung pagkakakonstruct ng third round ni Carlito, and yung presentation niya, it was enough to overshadow yung naging third round ni AC. Kasi I felt like siya yung naghahabol. Dahil nga as early as the first round, na-dictate na kaagad ni Carlito how the atmosphere of the fight would go. So congratulations to Carlito, and still props to Article Clipted. For me, yun lang yung naging difference. If he would come up loose kaagad and a better presentation, man, it would have gone his way, at least to my thoughts. He's going to be a problem to many battle MCs.
Second side 14, Article Clipted versus Carlito. Against mga beses para sa kanila pareho. Boto ng Murado, mga kalaban, si Katana. 3-2, magigay para kay Carlito.
Now, moving on with Cripply versus MP3.
Check. Tuloy-tuloy pa? Ayan pa? Para sa susunod na laban, tinatawag din sa entablado, Cripply at MP3. Cripply at MP3, dalawa sa pinakamalayo na bumiyahe para sa event na to. Pareho sila ilang lipat para lang makarating dito sa Maynila. MP3, representing Surigao para sa inyo. Nagbarko pa papuntang Cebu para lang makalipat dito. At si Cripply naman, Naga City, represent para sa inyo. Pero pumiyahe pa ng Legazpi para lang makarating dito sa Maynila.
Man, this is the best Cripply I have ever seen. That 5-0 is very well deserved. No disrespect to MP3. He also come up with, very good material. It just so happened that, man, Cripply outperformed him in every aspect. There is stage presence, delivery, stronger choices of references, bigger punchline. Every punchline that Cripply threw out is always gunning for the knockout, as if he is fighting for the finals. Talaga. More constructed yung material niya all 3 rounds. Solid yung mga napili niyang closers, and this was a total showcase of his rap skills. Man, Cripply, to me, deserves to win the performance of the entire event. That's how good he was. He did not only set the mood for the fight against MP3, but he was making a clear statement of setting the standards for this entire tournament. Because after the fight, he was calling out Jonas already for the rematch. So he is really focused on finals. He really feels as if Jonas and him will be, meeting on the final.
Second side 14, Cripply versus MP3, mag-iis pang beses para sa kanilang pareho. Ang boto ng Murado, 5-0, advancing sa buhay para makalaban si Pan. Magyay tayo lahat para kay Cripply.
Now let's talk about a co-main event of the evening. That's Lip Crown versus Aubrey.
Dear staff, please, kung makaingay ako ng ilang paso bago maubusan. Sana nakakaingay lahat ng mabuti. Nakapag-hydrate, nakapagpahinga ng tenga, at nakaupo onti. At tutuloy na tayo sa huling dalawang laban ng second side 14. Tinatawag dito sa entablado, Lip Crown at Aubrey. Aubrey nga pala, Pandakan, represent para sa inyo. At si Lipcram naman, Malabon at Las Piñas represent para sa inyo.
Man, this is a very close fight. Judging here, I believe was a 3-2, rightfully so. Man, the story of the fight, to me, magaganda yung mga linya at mas creative yung punchlines ni Lipcram. All comedy affairs, all 3 rounds. While kay Aubrey naman, man, mas well thought out, mas well constructed yung material niya, and mas gusto ko yung angulo and approach how he did it nung sa kanyang overall material. First round, I would say, si Lipcram stuck to one angle, which is yung private part ni Aubrey. While Aubrey naman landed some clean personals and yung mga punto na kanyang pinipresent first round pa lang is really strong. So, I think that first round is really a toss-up kung ikaw ay fan ng jokes and all that, entertainment kay Lipcram. But if you are more the technical side and punto per punto, I think Aubrey had that one. Second round, I believe that is a clear win for Aubrey. Second round because he came in with bigger punchlines, solid yung angles and references niya, balance yung content ng material niya ng jokes and bars. Third round though is, I think, where most gave it to Lipcram, though single lang din yung inataking angulo ni Lipcram. I believe that was about yung mom daw ni Aubrey may cleft palate or yung bingot. And he was able to come up with creative stories and really entertaining lines from that. Pero yung swings, yung punchlines, yung personals, and yung overall content nung third round ni Aubrey for me is enough to win the third round as well. So my take really on that was second and third round kay Aubrey. But again, congratulations to Lipcram, not taking anything away from Lipcram. Again, I'm telling you guys, it could have gone either way. I believe if I remember it correctly, narinig ko si Vitrum, ang kanyang judging is second and third round din kay Aubrey. And after the fight, nung na-announce na yung winner, or after, or even before ma-announce yung winner, narinig ko si Lipcram, sabi niya wala nga daw siyang maisip na angle laban kay Aubrey. He couldn't come up with something really solid and clean. So this is not really yung tip-top Lipcram against GL and all that, no. But this is a Lipcram enough to cruise or win this battle as for, you know, the 3 judges who voted for him. But again, congratulations and props kay Aubrey, man. This is such a big jump from the first time I saw her battle sa Battle Royale FEMC ng Motus. I did a review on that. It was the first time I saw her. And to this, I was really shocked. It could have been the upset of the evening. And to tell you, all praises to her, because to me, this is runner-up, really, for the best material or best performance of that night, of the event.
Punchline. Sabat.
Second fight, 14. Lipcram versus Aubrey mag-iayos pang beses para sa kanilang pareho. Boto ng Rado. Mga kalaban si K-Ram. 3-2. Magaling para kay Lipcram.
Let's talk about the main event of the evening. Jonas versus St. Ives.
Bago tayo tumuloy sa huling laban, yun nga, konting line-up reveal pagkatapos ng huling laban, at syempre, picture-picture, enjoy pa, maki-enjoy pa tayo sa tugtog ni DJ Supreme Fist. Sana may malimig na serbesa pa rin para sa inyo, sana may pagkain pa rin para sa inyong lahat, at maraming salamat ulit sa gasolina at enerhiya ninyo. Higa, sana magustuhan niyo yung mga susunod na line-up at mga susunod na hakbang pa natin ngayong taon, at Sana nag-live up yung buong all isa buhay lineup para sa inyo. Expect the unexpected. Marami pa itong mga laban buong 2025. Lift up, game! Para sa huling laban, tinatawag dito sa entablado, Jonas at St. Ice. Jonas nga pala, Pulihan, Cavite, represent para sa inyo. At si St. Ice naman, Parañaque City, represent para sa inyo. Pero mas malayo ka, Joe.
Man, this is a very close fight. Judging here was 3-2, so you can only imagine how tough it was. And the judges weren't able to come up with their decision right away, to tell you. I believe this is also what most considered to be the upset of the evening. I understand why, Jonas coming in here as the heavy favorite to win the entire tournament for two reasons. Yung momentum that he carries and the winning streak that he has. Coming from PSP and Flip Top, tapos yung sobrang last niya performance from Zendlook. So that is understandably. But St. Ice, man, came in for the kill. It was an uphill battle for him. It wasn't easy, but you can also see that he is in tip-top shape nung battle na ito nila ni Jonas. Story of the fight was Jonas came in to showcase the other side of his pen. Yes, he didn't go all crazy with the jokes, but the first 2 rounds he showcased his technical writings, bars, and some skills that we don't often see from him on the technical standpoint. He came in sharper for me, shorter yung kanyang setup, and the way he constructed yung kanyang materials, very disciplined. Sukat na sukat, I would say. While St. Ice naman, first 2 rounds, man, he came in swinging. Longer yung kanyang mga setups, but the angles were more creative, transitions were smoother, and bigger punchlines talaga. Haymakers after haymakers, and I mean, it's a big swing from him. Now, my take, honestly, I thought Jonas did enough to win the first and the second. First and the third round, because the third round of Jonas was all comedy affairs. Second round, it's I believe easily St. Ice, because the punchlines and the big swings landed more. Though Jonas had his sharp attacks on that. I think yung damage was more inflicted by St. Ice. First round is where I think is the difference of the fight, because people probably expected all comedy affairs right away from Jonas, but he didn't. He came in a balance of jokes and bars. I would even say that the bars or the technicals are more on the first round than the jokes. Yung jokes niya really was just, pa-jab-jab lang, pa-singit-singit lang.
Subscribe kayo kay Stock One, ha? Pindutin nyo yung
Record. Dislike.
Second side 14, Jonas versus St. Ice against Pambeses para sa Alam Pareho. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat at mga kasama natin. Kita-kita tayo sa mga susunod na event at mga susunod na bracketing ng isang buhay. Boto Nomorado, mga kalaban, si Zaki, 3-2, Pagyan para St. Ice.
So nothing to take away from St. Ives, man. It was a well-deserved win. It was an uphill battle that he was able to conquer. It just goes to show the dog in him. So congratulations to him and to everyone that are advancing to the second round of the tournament. This is going to be a very fun and exciting Isabuhay tournament for all of us fans. So let's continue to show love and support them. What can I say, man? I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.